What's up, everyone? Coach D speaks here. So, after losing two claims of election fraud and having eight others thrown out, old smooth filter Kari Lake is still out here saying that the election in Arizona was stolen from her. So, let me go through the claims and explain to you how this is all frivolous and a humongous grift that she learned from the grifter in chief himself, Donald Trump.
Is there any doubt in your mind that Katie Hobbs is by far the most radical person ever to seek office in the United States, high office, about the sovereignty of the country and the sovereignty of the states that she would purport to lead, ma'am?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she's more radical than Gavin Newsom, and she's more dangerous because I don't think she's got a high IQ. I don't think she even realizes what the heck's going on.
So just remember what she said there. She doesn't think that Katie Hobbs even has a high enough IQ to understand what's going on.
This is also why she's now calling for sanctions on you. You've contested this election in really a very tightly argued case, which I think has huge grounds for appeal, and they took out the signature verification, which is probably the biggest aspect of it. She's calling now for sanctions on you personally, right, to shut down your voice?
I'm just looking through. It's almost comical. I mean, I if I didn't laugh, I'd probably pull my hair out because of the insanity of what they did on Election Day to sabotage our sacred vote. And now they're trying to sanction me to pay for their lawyers. This is outrageous.
Yeah, Kari. This is what happens when you continually make frivolous claims and bring those frivolous claims to court. They call for sanctions. It wasn't Katie Hobbs who first mentioned sanctions. It was the judge who heard your frivolous claims.
The judge, by the mere fact that he allowed this case to go forward, he looked at our lawsuit, he allowed two of the counts to go forward, shows that it had merit. Hobbs has absolutely no respect for the law.
Wow. Now that's bold. What a bold statement from a woman who has been running around the entire country claiming that the law has not been fair to her and her messiah, Donald Trump. The law has spoken. It spoke when it threw out 60 of his cases and now 10 of yours. But yet you guys are still both saying that you were cheated and your elections were stolen. Make that make sense.
I can't even believe that she didn't recuse herself from this botched election. And I now see why. She didn't even campaign. She didn't debate. She hid from people, hid in her basement, had no policy because she knew that she could rig the election and walk into office.
Wait, so let me get this straight. Katie Hobbs, the woman you claim has a low IQ, didn't campaign, hid in her basement from everyone, and didn't we hear the same thing from Trump and the MAGAs about Joe Biden? Never said anything, but somehow was smart enough to rip the election right from under your feet in broad daylight, and you still can't prove it? If she has a low IQ, what the hell is yours? Because I'm guessing it's down in the basement with Joe Biden and Katie Hobbs.
And I'm telling you what, Steve, if we don't get serious about turning our elections around and restoring order and reforming them, we're not going to have a country much longer. You said we're 45 seconds to midnight. When it comes to our country, that's exactly where we are if we have rigged elections.
Why are these people never complaining about any elections being stolen when Republicans win? Like you literally had Republicans win House seats in Arizona. Why didn't Democrats steal all of them? Like if the Democrats really have this skill, why would they not keep the House and extend their lead in the Senate? They can't answer these questions because they know these elections are not rigged.
Where do we stand right now in the process? Walk our audience through. What you say you're not going to give up? How does that manifest itself today?
Well, really quickly, what you just said, all of these things are interconnected. And when we have rigged elections, Steve, this is the results. We're on the verge of a world war. We've got inflation that's out of control. We have a border that's wide open, shockingly wide open, about to get worse. We've got drugs falling into our children's hands. We have outrageous things being taught to our children in school. This is the result of stolen elections. It started even before 2020.
And there it is, because no grift is complete without the sky is falling prophecies. Because she and Donald Trump aren't in office, the world is coming to an end.
You mentioned the signature verification. If the good people of Arizona saw what constituted a fair signature on these mail-in ballots, I guarantee you, they would stand up and say, no more mail-in ballots. It is outrageous what they let go through. as a real signature. Nobody in their right mind, if you were blind in one eye and half blind in the other, you would not have approved these signatures, and they're letting them go through by the tens of thousands.
Okay, so let's talk about the signature verifications because she keeps bringing these up. And they tried the same thing and it was thrown out during the 2020 election as well. But there are over 100 trained signature verification workers. Combined, they spend thousands of hours learning how to verify signatures. But they are first-level verifiers. They also have access to 3 other signatures in each voter's file. If they find a signature that seems unmatched, they go to a manager who has more extensive training on verifying signatures and also has access to all of the signatures in their file. If the manager still doesn't think that the signatures are matched, they contact the voter so that they can verify that they indeed signed their ballot. 14,000 or so of these ballots were found unmatched, and 87% of those people were contacted. So this is another bogus claim that Kari Lake knew that Donald Trump had already tried to use.
We have so much evidence in this case. We wish we could have presented it to show the whole world in court, but we only had 5 hours to make our case, which is very unfortunate for the people of Arizona.
Oh, pull it out now, Kari. I got time. Steve Bannon, Fox News, The War Room, they all give you unlimited television access. Pull it out right now. Go through it line by line. Prove to the American people that you aren't lying to us. You won't do that. And here's why. Here comes the grift.
Kari, how do people get to you on social media, and how do they get to you for the continued support in this fight?
Thank you. You can go to @Kari Lake. I'm on Getter. I'm on Twitter. I'm on, all of the usual Truth, all of that. And go to Save Arizona Fund, FUND. We could use help. Our attorneys are working really hard, and we have to pay them. And patriots are stepping forward to help pay for this case. They want to see us take this all the way to the Supreme Court. We intend to continue fighting because we know we're in the right on this, and we won't stop. So thank you, Steve.
Y'all ever wonder how Kari Lake can spend so much time flying around, hanging out in Mar-a-Lago, eating expensive dinners and drinking expensive champagne? It's because of that donate link right there on her page. This is why she continues to lie, because the grift is too good. Her and Donald Trump have figured this out. And as long as you keep donating, they'll keep lying. Period.
MeidasTouch is unapologetically pro-democracy. And look, we know you are too. So please make sure you check out our best-selling shirt and our best-selling gear, the unapologetically pro-democracy gear. And hey, while you're at it, make sure you check out my favorite shirt and one of our most famous designs, It Wasn't Rigged, You're Just a Loser, at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.